More than 800 people with one mission, promoting a healthy environment. We are the West Virginia Department of Environmental Protection.
November 15th was America Recycles Day, with more than 1.5 million participants taking part in events across the country.
Most of us know how to recycle things like newspapers, cardboard boxes, and aluminum cans. But there's one item cluttering up most of our garages and basements that many people often overlook. Until now. The DEP's Brianna Hickman joins us now with the details.
Kelly, Greg, it happens to all of us. You decide to repaint a room, and more often than not, you finish the job with a little, and sometimes a lot, left over. Now all that unwanted paint is finding a new use, thanks to a unique recycling program.
Today I'm doing satin and semi-gloss for interior, and the landlords love this stuff. And I put it in 5-gallon buckets, and it flies out the door.
It's a busy day in the back room of the Habitat Restore in Charleston, where another batch of neutral colored latex paint is being blended. Donated paint comes into the Restore, where it's separated by type, gloss, semi-gloss, flat, and so on, and color, neutrals that can be easily mixed together, and deeper colors, reds, blues, and greens, that can't.
And what I do is I get all the old cans, and I mean, some of them look really awful. You know, I mean, this can of paint right here looks terrible. Someone would think, oh, that's just, you know, never gonna work. Well, I'll shake it, then open it, test, see that it's good. You know, I don't just dump it in there before I know that but there'll be skin off the lid, and you know, sometimes there'll be a paintbrush in there, or a roller, or I've found glasses, anything.
The paint is then screened and mixed and screened again. It may take several hours to process a large batch, but nothing goes to waste.
And I take every bit of this paint. You know, the stuff on the lid, I don't want to wash it down the drain. I don't want anything going down the drain that doesn't have to. And then I check it. It's good. And then pour it and set it up there and let it drain. And then I'll scrape that bucket out, and I just keep it going.
The recycled paint is placed in new containers, complete with a color swatch and a new name. Carolyn is in charge of coming up with the names.
Carolyn sits back there and jams out to some fun music and great music, and she comes up with our paint names. So all of them come from her mind, and they can be hysterical, they can be really funny. Sometimes there's 3 different meanings to it, and sometimes there are song lyrics. You just never know what kind of mood Carolyn's in that day, is what the paints are named.
The Restore in Charleston started its paint recycling program in 2011, borrowing the idea from the Restore in Lexington, Kentucky. The project was funded initially by a grant from the Sustainable Kanawha Valley Initiative, and later expanded through a grant from the DEP's REAP program. In just 4 years, it's made a significant impact.
Last week we hit a total of $100,000 in paint sales since we've started this program. It has definitely become a lot more of an essential part of what people know is going to be here and what people look for. We're a store that's subsists almost entirely upon donations. So you never know exactly what you're going to get when you come in here. Paint is one of those things everybody knows that they'll be able to find when they come in here.
It's so popular, in fact, that the Restore has to organize paint drives like this recent one held at DEP headquarters in Charleston to provide enough raw materials to keep up with the demand.
Last year we received 10,000 pounds during our paint drive. This year we received 16,000 pounds. With Carolyn producing paint twice a week last year, we actually were out of paint from our paint drive in April. So it only lasted 6 months, 10,000 pounds. So it goes a lot quicker than you would think.
Paint at the Restore costs $11 a gallon or $55 for a 5-gallon bucket. Last year, they remixed, renamed, and recycled more than 3,200 gallons of paint. This year, they're on pace to top 3,700 gallons, and folks at the Restore say the demand just keeps growing. For Environment Matters, I'm Brianna Hickman.
Thanks, Brianna. The Habitat Restore is located at 301 Piedmont Road right here in Charleston. They're open from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Nationally, the top recycled items are cardboard and paper, food boxes, mail, beverage and food cans, but that just scratches the surface in what can actually be recycled.
That's right. Glass and plastic, electronics, even textiles can be turned back into useful items. For more information of ways you can help reduce waste and help green the planet, visit our website, dep.wv.gov.
Just ahead, dealing with the problem of food waste. We're back in a moment.